dive straight into the heart of Islamic dietary laws, exploring the concepts of halal and haram. In Islamic tradition, halal is a term that signifies anything that is permissible and lawful under Quranic law. This encompasses all aspects of life, ranging from food to behavior. On the flip side, haram represents what is strictly forbidden by Islamic law. It's a boundary set to preserve moral and physical well-being. With these definitions, we can explore how halal and haram influence daily decisions in the lives of Muslims. What makes something halal? Let's break down the criteria. The concept of halal, which translates to permissible in Arabic, is an essential aspect of Islamic law. It governs not only food and drink, but also daily practices and business operations. To classify something as halal, several criteria must be met, starting with the source of the product. For instance, in the case of meat, the animal must be one that is permissible to consume according to Islamic law. This includes cattle, sheep, goats, and chickens, among others. Animals that are considered predatory, such as lions or eagles, are not permissible. Moving beyond the source, the method of processing, particularly in how an animal is slaughtered, is crucial. The process must adhere to a method known as zabihah. This involves reciting a blessing and then swiftly and humanely cutting the throat of the animal to ensure minimal suffering. The blood must be completely drained from the carcass, as consuming blood is not permissible in Islam. Ethical considerations also play a significant role. The treatment of animals before slaughter is paramount. They must be well cared for, fed clean and wholesome food, and not be subjected to unnecessary stress or harm. Moreover, the broader implications of halal include ensuring that all dealings are conducted ethically without exploitation. This extends to fair trade practices, honest advertising, and ensuring that products do not contain harmful substances. Understanding these criteria reveals the depth of consideration involved in deeming something halal. How do these rules apply to everyday life? Let's dive into the practicality of halal in daily routines, starting with the most common, food. When shopping for groceries, many Muslims look for a halal certification on products such as meat and ready-to-eat meals. This ensures that the food complies with Islamic dietary laws, which prohibit certain ingredients like pork and alcohol. Moving beyond the kitchen, halal practices extend to cosmetics and personal care items. Muslims often scrutinize ingredients lists for elements like gelatin or alcohol derivatives, preferring products certified as halal. This ensures that what they apply on their skin is permissible under Islamic law. In the realm of pharmaceuticals, the same principles apply. Medications and supplements are checked for components like capsules made from gelatin, pushing many to seek out alternatives that adhere to halal standards. Even in business practices, ethical dealings and fair trade are emphasized, aligning closely with halal principles to ensure that all transactions are conducted in a manner that is just and acceptable in Islam. From your dinner plate to your makeup bag, halal guidelines are a part of many everyday decisions. Now let's explore the other side. What makes something haram? In Islamic law, haram refers to anything that is expressly forbidden by the Quran and the Hadiths, leading to severe consequences if violated. This term encompasses not just food and drink, but a wide range of actions and behaviors deemed unethical or harmful. Starting with the basics, certain foods and beverages are classified as haram, the most well-known being pork and alcohol. Pork is prohibited as it is considered impure in Islamic teachings. Alcohol, on the other hand, is forbidden due to its intoxicating properties, which can impair judgment and lead to irresponsible behavior. But the scope of haram extends beyond what we consume. Improper slaughtering methods also render meat haram. For meat to be permissible, or halal, it must be slaughtered in a specific manner that includes invoking the name of Allah, ensuring the animal is treated with respect and kindness up until its death. Moving beyond dietary laws, haram also covers various aspects of daily life, including business practices. Engaging in transactions that involve deceit, such as cheating or stealing, is haram. Furthermore, investments in businesses that deal with prohibited items like alcohol or gambling are also considered unethical and thus haram. In essence, the concept of haram serves as a guideline to prevent harm and ensure ethical conduct in all areas of a Muslim's life. It's not merely about avoidance, but about fostering a community built on trust, honesty, and respect. Haram, therefore, encompasses a broad array of prohibitions that guide moral and ethical behavior, seeing haram in everyday contexts. Let's delve into the daily scenarios where Muslims might encounter haram, or forbidden practices and items, starting with food, which is often where many think of haram first. Certain animal products, such as gelatin derived from non-halal sources, are considered haram. This gelatin is commonly found in many sweets and desserts, making them off-limits unless specifically labeled as halal. Similarly, some food additives like certain types of emulsifiers and flavorings derived from non-halal sources are also avoided. Moving on to financial dealings, Islam prohibits usury, known as riba. This refers to the practice of charging excessive interest on loans, which is considered exploitative and unjust. Thus, financial products and services that involve interest are avoided by those adhering strictly to Islamic principles. In lifestyle choices, activities that promote immorality or harm, such as excessive gambling or consumption of alcohol, are clear examples of haram practices. These activities are avoided as they are believed to lead one away from a righteous path. Recognizing haram elements helps Muslims avoid practices that conflict with their faith. Let's summarize what we've covered about halal and haram. Halal, broadly speaking, refers to everything that is lawful and permitted in Islam. This encompasses not only food and drink, but also actions and behaviors that are in accordance with Islamic teachings. The criteria for something being halal include being clean, not harmful, and not being explicitly forbidden in the Quran and Hadith. On the flip side, haram is that which is prohibited. These are things considered to be harmful either to the individual or society, and they include behaviors like dishonesty and substances like alcohol and pork. The guidance provided by these categories is crucial as it directly influences the daily decisions and ethical considerations of Muslims. From dining choices to business dealings, understanding what is halal and what is haram permeates every aspect of a Muslim's life, ensuring that each action is in harmony with their faith. Understanding halal and haram helps appreciate the thoughtful and ethical lifestyle choices made by Muslims worldwide.